there have been clips of a church somewhere in America where children are present. And the initial clip that I saw was of people with guns coming in and simulating an execution of a man. I don't know if that man was Jesus or who it was. I'm not sure. I didn't look much further than that. But kids were sitting all around and they were watching this and they were cheering.
The first one you were talking about, I think it was the devil that they were trying to capture, or a demon or something. I believe that was what they were trying to do. I think that many people are going to validate the responses that these children had and call it an act of teaching. I just think it's an act of grooming, essentially, because the kind of emotional response, especially in the second one, right, psychologically, the kind of response that that calls for as a child, you're basically prepping their nervous system for the fear of anything that meets the moment that they hear demonic or possessions. And that trails into pathways that you won't see as until they start to develop and they start to fear things that don't need that fear, do not need that response. Their emotional connection to that will be so heightened that the kind of alert and hypervigilance that it sets in, there is no point and there's no reason for that. But I'm sure there might be people that will say, well, and I've heard this, I was a Christian, went to a Christian church. I've heard a lot of things. I'm sure people will say, well, we want essentially the fear of going to hell and the fear of anything that relates to demonic possession, demonic in general. We want that to be a prioritization. If I was a child that was attending church when I was attending church, I'll tell you how I would have reacted, right? I would have consistently spilled this emotional response almost every Sunday and Wednesday with Bible study. I would have consistently had this emotional response just to appease people. And I think that some of those children were probably doing that because they know that it gives the tick of approval to the adults around them. And I get people might want to believe otherwise. But as children, one of the programmings that we're taught is to consistently people please our parents.